Hey guys, it's Develia here, and today I want to talk about mythic-only phases, specifically the one that we're supposedly getting with Antorus as seen in the latest PTR build. Keep in mind that this video may have some minor spoilers regarding the final Antorus boss, Argus the Endmaker. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. So according to Wowhead, the latest build has added some more abilities to Antorus encounters, including details that point to a special mythic-only phase on the final boss. Keep in mind that we haven't really had a mythic-only phase since Gul'dan, as Mythic Kill Jaden didn't really add anything extra lore-wise to the encounter. Usually, with additional phases like these, the exact abilities are obscured in the journal as to be a surprise for these progression-based guilds. This is the case for the Antorus encounter, but there have been a few hints that the final phase in Heroic, Normal, and LFR may not be the final phase for Mythic. The most obvious sign that points to a Mythic-only phase is that the current Phase 4 is now only listed for Heroic, Normal, and LFR. On top of that, Mythic Stage 3's ending is much more open-ended than that of the other three difficulties, leaving people to speculate that this is where the Mythic encounter starts to differ. All we know is the text for Stage 3 is as follows. When Argus reaches 40% health, he is sufficiently weakened such that Aman'Thul is able to subdue him with a temporal blast. For those looking at the encounter on Mythic difficulty, it states, or so it seems. From there, Stage 4 is only listed under Heroic, Normal, and LFR difficulty with no information on Mythic. This will seemingly stay the case until the raid goes live in 7.3.2 because Blizzard typically likes to give Mythic raiders a surprise with these changes to the encounters. So what does that all mean? Well, everything is speculation until patch 7.3.2 goes live. We can assume that there will be a special Mythic phase for Argus the Endmaker. I want to quickly give my opinion on Mythic-only phases and ask you all, what do you think about the whole thing? And just a heads up, I am a Mythic Raider and I expect to kill Argus in time to receive the Cutting Edge achievement, so my opinion is coming biased towards that of a Mythic Raider, so just wanted to get that out in the open. However, as with all things, I do try to look at the bigger picture when making decisions on whether or not this is good for the game. So what do I think? I always love when Blizzard does add something like this for Mythic Raiders. It's literally one of the only things left for these Mythic players, these players who put so much time into competitive raiding. And I actually think that something like this is less worrisome than a difficulty-specific mount, as the encounter is able to just be watched on YouTube or Twitch, whereas a Mythic mount will always be exclusively, just for Mythic Raiders or for those with enough gold to purchase one. Although I'm not saying get rid of Mythic mounts. I love Mythic mounts. I'm all about that. But, when you look at them, it really does seem less worrisome, and they've almost always had a Mythic mount for the Mythic in-game boss, so just throwing that out there. And, with the way they handled Imperator Margok and Ragnaros and Garrosh and Gul'dan, it really seems like these phases aren't really taking much away from the core storyline. They're just adding a few more tricky encounters for the most dedicated of raiders. And I'm personally okay with that. Now, while I personally would also be all for what I'm about to talk about, what I can't see happening again is Blizzard adding a Mythic-specific boss like Sinestra or Ralden, simply because, it takes too much, or people say that it takes too much away from the storyline or lore of the game. Now, I would argue with that because I don't really think Sinestra added too much to the lore of the game. I think she was in Chronicles, but I'm not quite sure, what her whole deal was. I don't think, not experiencing Sinestra was anything that was really dramatic, but that's just my personal opinion. And with Ralden, I think, he did come back with I think Elemental Shaman, the Fist of, Ralden, but other than that, again, what is he really taking away from the game? Not much. But again, I can't see them doing that because they've really made all of these changes to include everyone in the core storyline and all of that. So That's just my opinion on that. But what do you think about all this? I'm curious to see, what you guys think. So make sure that you leave a comment in the section below. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? I'd love to see what you think. And yeah, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe. I thank you so much for watching this whole video, and I can't wait to see what you guys have to say. So until next time, bye.